Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Learning at a Price video. This one's all about Pokemon cards. I'll be sharing every little single piece of knowledge I know about them, and what the rarity and quality might mean for the price. I'm only going over the cards. Other promotional items such as plushies and clothing won't be mentioned. However, I will be mentioning the games in relation to release dates and generations. There's a lot, so I'll try to keep the video short. I left my sources for this video down in the description if you want to do some research of your own. With the intro out of the way, let's get into our first section. Condition and authenticity. Pokemon cards, just like any other consumer good, are meant to be used and oftentimes when bought secondhand, show these signs of said use. The condition plays a big role in the overall desirability of any item, Pokemon cards being no exception. The art of Pokemon card trading and playing involves the cards in high-stretch situations which leads to fading, bending, and ultimately a quicker destruction of them. Luckily, card protectors exist and it can be used to protect the condition. So if you're a collector and want to enjoy your cards, I'd recommend staying away from rubber bands and purchasing yourself a binder or sleeves. Another way to increase your desirability and value of your cards is to get them professionally graded. Be careful though, because the service can get pretty costly. Pokemon cards are extremely popular. While they aren't technically considered a luxury good, the desirability of some cards has led the price of them to be well over $100 each. With the huge desirability and low supply of these rarer and older cards, they often get faked. The most common way to tell if a Pokemon card is fake is by checking the text, texture, and printing of the graphics. A card like this one with an unreasonable amount of HP is easily deduced as fake, but this one on the other hand is harder to tell because the color is not too different from the real one. This article goes more in depth into the methods that can be used to prevent you from buying a counterfeit card. Some of the methods they go over are border tests, rip tests, and light tests. With 9 generations and close to 900 Pokemon spread throughout all of them, it's difficult to identify each by their standalone art and name. Luckily, Pokemon cards are printed with a year at the bottom and their type at the top. But even with all this information displayed, it's still difficult to remember all their symbols and meanings. So here's a quick rundown. These are the rarity symbols. They can be found at the bottom of the card and look like this. Also, the bottom of the card is a card collector number. This number can be used to represent the total amount of cards in a set and is written as a value out of a total. If the number exceeds the set value, it's a secret rare. Now it's time to describe what a secret rare is, along with all the other fancy names the community calls them. Starting with the secret rare, these are the highest category of Pokemon cards and can be identified by their card collector number being higher than the set number. Next up we have hollows and reverse hollows. These are more common than secret rares and can be identified by their shiny printing. The difference between a hollow and reverse hollow is the way that they're printed. Reverse hollow will have the shiny graphic on the entirety of the card excluding the artwork, and a hollow will have the shiny printing only on the artwork of the Pokemon. Already above the hollows is a hollow rare. These are exactly like the hollows, but they have shiny artwork on the entirety of the card. Above that are ultra rare cards. These have a black star and are named in one of the following ways. Similar to those full art cards are rainbow cards and golden cards. These all have artwork that cover the entirety of the card and are named based off the color/border style, so they're pretty easy to identify. So for most collectors, full art cards are the most desirable and are the most attainable. So if you want to start reselling, look for those first. Another note is that the average fan won't consider the number or the rarity. They just buy the card because they like it. Rounding out this section, we have the 9 generations. Like I said, I won't be going over every single Pokemon ever conceived. So here's a quick timeline of the games and some of the most popular Pokemon cards from that generation. Like many card games, Pokemon also uses dice and coins to represent the playing system. There's dozens of extra trinkets that can be used in tandem with the cards, some of those being coins, dice, playmats, etc. Pokemon cards have been produced in different sizes and materials. For example, here's a gold-plated metal card from the 90s, next to a new 2023 booster box big card. These accessories increase the value and desirability of the cards. A complete Pikachu Union card like this one shown here on screen goes for around $5 to $10 when all 4 cards are there. When selling your cards, I'd recommend bundling them with a tin, sleeves, or a coin. This increases the overall desirability and is more practical if you're going to go for a travel-sized starter box. Like many products, Pokemon cards have specific design types for certain regions and markets. The most known markets for Pokemon cards are Japan and the Americas. Here's a photo of a Japanese card right next to an American card. Another aspect of the cards is the language. German, English, Japanese, and Spanish are some you may encounter. Events and promotions are another way to obtain exclusive cards and merchandise. Here are a few examples of promotional cards and their sold price. Another aspect of the market is the publisher. From 1998 to 2003, Wizards of the Coast was responsible for trading and distributing Pokemon cards. On October 1st of 2003, the license was transferred over to the Pokemon Company International by Nintendo. Most of the time when you're buying Pokemon cards, they come in booster packs. These packs contain 10 cards of different varieties and types. If you seek to expand your Pokédex faster, you can buy tins, larger booster packs, or even the entire booster display box. These come in multiple shapes and sizes, and sometimes include extra goodies such as coins, dice, and figures. I hope this video has expanded your knowledge of Pokemon cards. Like always, please conduct your own research before selling something. Thank you for your support, and please consider subscribing and leaving a like. Bye.